Hello everyone and welcome back to day 3 of Mega Manectric Regice week. We're already searching for an opponent, as you can see. So far we're up 3 wins, 1 loss this time around, which is a bit better than what we started last week. And we're up against a Psychic colorless deck, so it might be Gengar Wobuffet Shaman or something like that, which is what's been popular in standard. We'll see. We mulligan. I feel we mulligan a lot with this deck. And even though we're running 4 Manectric EX, we are not really starting a lot of games with it. Like on video or in my practice games, which were not recorded. But it's not too bad. We can get AC in order to promote. So ideally, if we got an Ultra Ball off of the Trainer's Mail, that would be pretty good. It's actually Mega Rayquaza though. Well, Rayquaza, and then I'm assuming Mega Rayquaza, which is obviously good for us because we are running Manectric. I wonder what the Psychic Pokemon is. Probably Hoopa. And yep, there's Hoopa, so no Wobuffet obviously. And I wonder if he's running Altaria, because if he is, then this will be a lot more interesting. If he isn't though, I really expect he will be using Mega Altaria, and not Mega Altaria, regular Altaria, which will remove the lightning weakness from the deck. Now, there's a Winona, and if you paid attention, this is where we will see Swablu. Yep, there's Altaria, there's Swablu. But he hasn't gone for any Shaman though. That's peculiar. There's one Shaman. I hope he plays his Stadium first. No energy attachment though. And we top deck the Ultra Ball. So this is pretty much almost perfect scenario for us. He got rid of 2 supporters and he Mega Evolved. That's why he passed his turn. So I'm guessing he does have a supporter for next turn. And like in a crazy turn, he could get the KO on a regular Manectric. So I think I'm going to leave Shaman there actually. I'm going to discard these 2 energy. And oh, Hex Main. Yeah, I'm going to discard Hex Maniac. Why? You may be wondering why. Let me check if Hoopa is here. Which hopefully it is. It will make everything easier. Is our other Shaman available though? And there's 1, 2 Verse Seekers, 3 Verse Seekers, 4 Verse Seekers. Seems like our second Shaman is prized. So perhaps... No, I think I definitely want Hex Maniac to remove Altaria as an option. The Regice can seal this game pretty easily. I don't think that deck runs anything to counter that, but I'm still gonna put Hex Maniac there. Now, I'm going to get rid of Birch and the Trainer's Mail in order to get Hoopa. And with Hoopa, we will be getting 2 Manectrics, and I think that's it. Lugia will be pretty useless. Seismitoad will probably be pretty useless as well. And there's no guarantee we will get the Spirit Link for next turn. I guess I should not have discarded the Trainer's Mail. That was a mistake on my part. Perhaps the 3rd Manectric. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, the 3rd Manectric, because why not? I'm only going to bench 2 though, and attach an energy to 1, or... Yeah, I'm gonna bench all 3. Okay, so we get a Ball Compressor once again. Would we rather sacrifice Hoopa? No. Is there anything else we need in our discard pile? Not for now. So let's see what our opponent does next turn. And as you can see, the Trainer Mail would have given us a different hand for Sycamore, but if this hasn't been rearranged, or any combination of these four would have been in our starting hand, which meant that we would not have gotten the Spirit Link anyways. So that's fine. And I mean, any turn we get access to Versus Seeker and Hex Maniac with a Turbo Bolt, that means we get a KO. So yeah, he Lysanders and still no energy. So then, if you didn't have much, why did you even discard the Sycamore in the first place? I will never understand why you did that. Okay, I'm going to attach, and I think I'm going to Mega Evolve manually, just to make sure we don't miss the Mega Manectric next turn. He hasn't attached energy, so it's fine if we are passive, as long as he's passive as well. And next turn, we can switch. We can switch and Turbo Bolts there. And he, once again, didn't do anything. Do I want the water in the discard, or do I want to attach it, though? That's the question. I definitely want to switch. Do I want to Battle Compressor? Yes, I do. I'm going to get rid of these two because I know they will be useless. And I kinda want to get rid of AC. Although I think getting rid of the Manectric, yeah, the fourth Manectric seems like a better choice. Now, do we Lysander or do we Lysander Alteria? Yeah, I'm going to Lysander Alteria and attach to this. Nope. And attach to this. We take the KO on Alteria, we power up another Manectric, and now that Alteria is out of play, we can, and since he's drawing a bit dead, it's fine if we don't really block everything with Regice, although he might get a KO this turn, which will obviously not be ideal for us. Our prize was a Professor Letter, but as long as we get a Mega Manectric and out next turn, we should be fine, I think. And a Stadium. We're down to half of our deck and we have not seen a single Stadium. He will take the KO though. So that Lysander was probably a mistake because it allowed him to get Shaman in order to draw cards. He's going to Hex Maniac me and do 210 exactly. I'm fine with that because, well, that's very good news for us. He will probably discard both Shaman and Hoopa, I would expect. Oh, never mind, just one Shaman. I'm going to take these two, attach the lightning and discard the water. Okay, so we do get the Ultra Ball. Now, it's a bit unfortunate that we won't be able to power up anything else, that we have not gotten a Regice out. Is Lysander important? More important than Sycamore? Is the Spirit Link important? I think it is. Is our Stadium important? I think it is as well. So yeah, the energy I'm going to sacrifice, and the Sycamore. So there's only one Mega Manectric in the deck. If he can get a KO next turn, that will be terrible for us. I'm going to attach this, unless we get it out of the prices. So yeah, attach them to Hoopa or to Shaman. Probably Shaman, just in case we ever need to recover it. And those were probably the two best prices I could have picked up for now. There's a Stadium, so I'm glad we didn't discard it. He gets the Sycamore of the Trainer's Mail, so odds are he will take a KO on us once again with a Mega Turbo, a TCE, and basics. There's the Mega Turbo. Now we will see the DCE. Nope, Battle Compressor first. Altaria. There's 4 basic Pokemon in this discard pile. There's another 5 in play. He can't have another Rayquaza. He could have 2 more Shaman, but I think that would be it in terms of how many basic Pokemon he has. 4 Rayquaza, 4 Shaman, 1 Hoopa, 1 Bunnelby. What else would you run in that deck? Maybe 2 Hoopa, perhaps? But I don't think so. We'll see. What did he discard? Ultra Ball, Spirit Link, Ultra Ball. There's another Ultra Ball for Shaman. Yeah, so he just made his deck thinner of things he didn't need. Although, wow, that's 2 Bunnelbees. So now Luke just needs 1 more Pokemon to take the KO. Nope, he whiffs. So that pretty much means we will be winning this match because we will take a KO on this Rayquaza. We will be powering up Regice. And nothing he has. Yep, there's the victory. His only chance to survive next turn was to promote Hoopa, but Hoopa doesn't do anything. And we had Lysander and Versus Seeker in our hands. So since, unless he played an Ace Trainer, which is the only card denial, and that would actually give us an extra card, we had that game sealed. It could have been rough if he had taken the KO there. He could have had a chance to do the same play next turn, but I guess we got a bit lucky that he got stuck early game. We didn't start out stellar ourselves either. This is a pretty good start for this deck. 2 Manectrics, plenty of energy, and a Sycamore to discard them. We're up against Raichu, Crobat. Just gonna Sycamore straight away. Wow. So we have all 4 Manectric here right now. Let's see what we get here. I think from here, what is it that we want? Seismitoad could be important in this match. Regice will be completely useless, I believe. So I'm going to get the Battle Compressor, use it, and I'm going to get rid of Lugia. Toad could probably come in handy at some point. 1 Regice and possibly the other Battle Compressor. We already have 2 energy in our discard pile. Now I'm gonna keep the Battle Compressor and might discard an extra energy actually. Or the AC? Could I possibly want to discard the AC? I think I do. Or Hex Maniac actually. Yeah, Hex Maniac, because maybe preventing bats will be important. Now, do we go full Manectric though? Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, I'm gonna go full Manectric this game. This is amazing that we got it. I'm gonna keep it in my hand because I know he won't be doing any hand denial unless he plays red card, but it's very uncommon. And that prevents him from having the megaphone and using it or something weird like that. He got rid of 1 Raichu. He has 3 Zubats in play, which is great, but honestly, with the healing that Rough Seas will provide, we have a pretty clear advantage in this match, especially with the start we got. I think I do want to take the KO on Zubat. He could have escaped roped, but he probably would have promoted another Zubat. And we power up another Manectric, and there's a Rough Seas. So if he wants to deal important damage to us, he needs to play his Skyfield. So he will probably have to play the Stadium first, which means in a drawn out longer game, we should have the advantage. There's the Skyfield. Oh, and there's, oh, okay, there's fighting Pokemon in here as well. Stretch Kick. So Hitmonlee is not very threatening. Hawlucha isn't because of its ability. So we might want to be careful with Hex Maniac. What we do with Hex Maniac. To make sure... excuse me. To make sure Hawlucha doesn't ever hit a Manectric EX for weakness. Gets back a Versus Seeker. I don't think he got a Golbat though, which is very unfortunate for him. Since that will be another free prize for me. And if he didn't, I'm just going to Zerozig that energy away. Sacred Ash gets back 3 Pokemon, which is as good a time as any. I think I would have waited if you're not going to attack. Oh, okay, no, he does use Sycamore. So he discards Hawlucha and he concedes. Okay, let's find another game because this only lasted 2 turns. And I think that's the best start we've had so far with this deck. I'm not liking the early game with this deck as much so far because I guess we haven't been starting with Manectric that much, which is really key. But like we have options to get the turn to Turbo Bolt with Mega Manectric, with AC and Switch and Escape Rope and all of that. But I would like to get it consistently without the need of those cards. Now we're up against a Grass Psychic colorless deck, so we might be up against a Sceptile deck. There's Forest of Giant Plants, there's Hex Maniac, and there's Mega Turbo. So this tells me, and there's Ace Trainer. So this tells me, this tells me it is Mega Sceptile, and just look at this. We start off with Hoopa once again. Okay, so he has Virizion. Doesn't seem like a very good Pokemon, but look, our hand is completely dead. If we get Tails here, it's gonna be rough. I wonder if I should play down the energy. No. Yes, I know, I will have less cards. Okay, we got 7. So, Lugia will actually be helpful in this match. Going to attach an energy to it, since there's nothing else we can do, and I'm gonna pass. No point in playing our stadium yet. He will probably play a Forest of Giant Plants this turn because his strategy revolves around evolving right away. Virizion though, that's a weird Pokemon to have. I guess price count is okay to do 120. Wow. Okay, there's the Spirit Link, but his hand was not very good as well. Odds are we will only have 4 cards next turn due to Birch. And wow, he didn't do anything at all. That's pretty weird. I'm going to play a stadium just to make our deck a little bit thinner. Ah, and we get a heads again. Okay, so hopefully we can get an Ultra Ball from this. Going to get Sycamore. And please an Ultra Ball. Nope. No Ultra Balls. We do get the switch though, so we can start attacking. We had the Escape Rope. I'm not gonna bench Regice yet. Just gonna switch and Air Ball for 40 damage. Yeah, so neither of us started off stellarly. I got the switch because there's a Forest of Giant Plants, there's a Muzzle Band. I got the switch because in case he does something weird right now, like Lysander to try to stall for more time, I can Escape Rope out of it. And wow, he just Sycamores again. So there's Ariados, so Mega Sceptile, Ariados. It discards a Forest of Giant Plants, so that makes it so even though we attached first, I mean we played the stadium first, it's not an issue. And he makes a mistake of attaching to Virizion though, which means once I attach myself to my Lugia, I can take a KO on it, and he won't have any energy in play. So I'm going to Shaman for 2 cards, and I don't know if I should play the second Regice. I don't think I will. Just gonna Sycamore, and still no Manectric. Going to do this to get ourselves a Manectric. At least there's 2 more Mega Manectric in our deck. Touch this, and I'm going to take a prize. Pretty awesome. We get AC to heal off our potential sleep condition from Yveltal. They've all been flipping heads against us, haven't they? Or well, you didn't see that, but in my practice games, it's almost always heads. But so far, staying asleep hasn't come into play that much. If he doesn't, okay, there's a Lysander, so now we will probably use AC. Yeah, I think I will use AC. It's trying to stall, but after 2 Sycamores though, I really wonder how his deck is built, because it's not really getting anything going. Like, really. I can see this matchup being difficult because of the possibility of Ariados and Virizion. Actually, Virizion is a nice counter to Regice, especially because if he keeps using Mega Yveltal and healing off the damage I deal with Mega Turbo, that could be troublesome. Though having 2 energy every time to make sure you heal seems pretty unlikely. Okay, so I'm going to attach the water here. I'm going to AC the Hoopa away. Going to promote this, and I could go for the Mega Manectric right now, but I don't see the point. Just gonna do 80, and I'm not entirely sure how much HP Mega Yveltal has. He can't do a lot of damage right now, but okay, so he Mega Evolves. Mega Yveltal has 220 HP left, so there's no way we are taking a KO here. But I can play Hoopa, get these 2 out, Mega Evolve, and I wonder if I should Sycamore or how many Versus Seekers? Yeah, we haven't played any Versus Seekers, so it's fine getting rid of it. Wow, we don't get a Lightning Energy, though. That's very unfortunate, especially because there's 2 Water Energy already, 2 Lightning. We did draw water. Okay, so what do we want here? The Versus Seeker, definitely. Okay, so I'm going to attach this water to Regice, and let's see. I'm just gonna Aeroball once again. This means I can potentially take the KO with Regice. No, never mind, because it's not powered up. And I'm not running DCE. So he will deal 100 damage, but that won't get him any closer to KOing. And there's the victory. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed these games. I'm sorry our opponent dead drew that game, but hey, it happens. As you can see, it also can happen to us. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Bye bye.